Let's return to 1920. Turkey launches an attack on Armenia. Soviet Russia, itself exhausted by war, takes a paradoxical step. Lenin sends Ankara gold, arms, and ammunition. 10 tons of gold, 39,000 rifles, 63 million rounds of ammunition, millions of Turkish liras. Why? The answer is simple: the Straits. At that time, the Bosporus and the Dardanelles were under control of Britain and France. Moscow sought to weaken Western dominance and therefore regarded Turkey as a temporary ally. In March 1921, the Moscow Treaty was signed. Kars and Ardahan were ceded to Turkey. Nakhchivan was handed to Azerbaijan. Batumi went to Georgia, but with special rights granted to Turkey in its port. And on October 13th of the same year, the Treaty of Kars permanently fixed these borders. The fate of the Caucasus was determined not by the diplomacy of small nations, but by the strategic question of the Straits. And that same logic still works today. The Straits did not only shape the Caucasus, they also decide the fate of Syria. Syria's tragedy cannot be separated from the Bosporus and the Dardanelles. Turkey controls the north, Israel the south, and Russia, though Syria's ally, is forced to stand aside because its entire access to the Middle East depends on these narrow waters. One corridor of water has turned an entire nation into a hostage of geopolitics.